Okay, we are live from the Benekiva studios. My name is Bobby Srivastav, co-founder, chief product officer of Benekiva.
Hello, everyone. Brent Williams, founder and CEO of Benekiva.
And today we're going to be talking about the culture side of digital transformation. Boom, boom, boom.
Wah, wah.
So Brent, prior to Benekiva, I've got lots of war stories. What are
Yeah.
some of your war stories or a story on the issues and challenges that you faced when it came to digital transformation?
Yeah. As you know, in my prior life, I was a financial advisor at a very large tier one carrier. And I remember we had this old CRM system. It was Smart Office. I believe it was Smart Office by Ebix or something like that. But anyway, it was a good program, but it was just very old. It was hard to use, and a lot of advisors just couldn't figure out how to get all of the benefits of using that system because it wasn't user friendly. And so it was announced at one of our advisor meetings that this company was going to shift to Salesforce. And so from an advisor perspective, we had heard about Salesforce and we had heard that it was a great program to use from a CRM perspective. And so we were all excited to get this, at the time, this new software called Salesforce. Long story short, we got that new software about 2 years later. So I think it just goes to show about the challenges of implementing a platform like that within a very large carrier organization and the culture shift that occurs as part of that. That company is a very, very large company. And I think this rings true at a lot of large carriers is they simply just cannot get out of their own way. When you're implementing a software platform and you're inviting 15 to 20 people to every meeting, it's no wonder why it takes 24 months to get a platform installed. So it was interesting that, I thought, well, gosh, they could have announced this 18 months later and then made it look a lot better.
Yep. So I've been fortunate where, when I started my IT career, I worked for fairly large, company brand names. And, some were very innovative where they involved the business unit, IT unit. We solved problems together. It was a cohesive, collaborative solution. And then there were some times where, and me as an IT professional working with business unit, trying to solve some problems, trying to innovate on some problems, and just hitting roadblocks internally within my IT organization.
Yeah.
Whether that's cross pollinating or cross collaboration within the IT department, things just would not move. And the trend that I noticed, the culture side of digital transformation was, honestly, like IT can be your number one partner, or they could be your number one inhibitor for innovation. And one example was we were trying to, and this is very silly that I talk about this, but we were just trying to get single sign-on from a third-party company into our Active Directory so folks, don't have to log in twice. Very simple, very straightforward, has been done a million times. And because this was one of those projects that was politically stirred, unfortunately, after 6 months, no progress. I'm talking about single sign-on, guys. Very simple thing to do. After 6 months, nothing. And this was a critical project. They were trying to figure out some authentication method, even using world-class authentication tools like Auth0, nothing.
Yeah.
And it really was they were trying to inhibit this project because internally they're in the this team was in the mentality of build everything instead of use best in class. So they would try to figure out any way to inhibit this project going live. So it started off with authentication, and that was just we had to go so much higher up in the chain to talk about single sign-on, guys. So the culture side of digital transformation was, people, IT really in our situation wanted to build everything, would not get out of the way, was not collaborative, and this is not foreign. This happens to us all the time when we're at carrier organizations, now with Benekiva.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
post Benekiva, post corporate, right? What are some stories we can share on the culture side of digital transformation?
Well, I think what we're seeing from a company perspective is we're starting to see a shift in the insurance industry of, for years and years, I believe the insurance industry has been on this, build it internally mode. And I think what they're starting to realize is that's not the most effective way to innovate and do digital transformation. That I think they're starting to realize that collaboration with outside organizations to create a win-win scenario is the new path to innovation and digital transformation.
Yeah, I think it's all about creating win-win situations. So bring outside blood, some other lenses into your process in terms of your transformation efforts. And I think that's a great trend that we're seeing in the insurance side is, we've been asked to come in and just audit somebody's claim
Yeah,
process, which
yeah.
is awesome, right? Because they want an insurtech lens in their current problem set.
Hmm.
And in our scenario, it's claims from end
Yeah,
to end. They want a different set of view. What could future state look like? Though we are a product company, that allows us to really enable them to think creatively when it comes to claims. What can that future of claims look like? So yeah, we run into carriers that are very innovative, and some, we have to become friends with their IT organization. So to show them the value, right? You're not going to lose your job because somebody's trying to bring in a third party system. It actually makes you better so you can solve other problems that are critical,
right,
not just build everything,
right.
partner, and things can happen very quickly in your organization. You can become a hero.
Agree.
Okay, that ends our Benekiva Minute for today on the culture side of digital transformation. Until next time.
Have a great day.